everyone, so this is my week 6 catch-up since I did not get a chance to upload whatsoever last week between the days off and me being lazy, going to New York, watching Camp Takota or musical rehearsal and dance and school, can't forget about that. I just thought I felt obligated to upload one and I felt like I couldn't miss a week even though I technically missed it, but we're gonna catch up on it. So last week I started off with having Monday, it was a 2-hour delay, Tuesday I had a day off, Wednesday, 2-hour delay, and Thursday, regular day, and it was just snowing like crazy, and if you guys can tell, we got good, from past week we've gotten about good foot and like 6 inches, maybe, and 1.5 feet, that's what that's called. And I had rehearsal, and we had so behind, and it's funny, but we're getting there slowly but surely. And yeah, so Camp Takota came out on Valentine's Day, which was last Friday, and it was so good. I ordered a baseball shirt. It's like the baseball tee with the Camp Takota logo and the blue sleeves on it. And it's supposed to come today, so I'm waiting on that. And I'm super excited about that because Hannah Hart wore the same one, and so did Grace, and so did Mamrie. So basically, I'm thinking it will make me a part of their holy trinity. So, woo! Go Hart Big Squared and Grace. So... But yeah, they did such a good job on Camp Takota. Like, I can't even tell you, like, we, as, like, the fandom of the Holy Trinity, are so proud of them and so happy for their success. And, we're just, it was a long, okay, this is not working, hold on. It was a long time coming, and they... I've been working super hard on it, and it turned out so good, and yeah. Grace and Mamrie had previous acting experience, so they were like right on par, but Hannah kept up with them with like very little acting experience, and she was hilarious with her puns. I was so happy they included her puns in there, and the outtakes were great. My hair is doing something weird. Alright. But the outtakes were good, and the documentary, oh my god, it's so good. But the scene, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't watched this, please go buy it for them. Do not watch the bootleg copy, because, you know what? That's what they get. They don't even deserve the real one. You'll get that if you watched it. And, yeah, so, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But my favorite part, well, like, the best part, I think, in the movie is when all three of them get mad at each other, and you can see how hard they, like, how much this movie meant to them just by that scene. Like, they put their heart and, like, dedication, everything, and it was, like, so heartbreaking, but it was perfect. Like, they couldn't do anything to make that scene better than it was. It was that good. Like, I was sitting there bawling, they were crying, I was like having an emotional breakdown, but it was such a good scene, let alone movie, and it was impeccable to say the least, and it needs to be recognized by more people, definitely. And, yeah. So, I also, for my birthday on Saturday, I went to New York City with Emily, my best friend, and we got on the train around 7:30, and we got to New York around 11:30, and first we went and found lunch, and it was at a place that Emily recommended. It's called John's Pizza, and it's on Schubert. It's near the street over from Schubert Alley on the main street that has Junior's, Guys, Restaurant, Matilda, Mamma Mia, Book of Mormon, all that fun stuff on it, but it is just down the street off Times Square, and it was so good. And at that point, I felt like my stomach was eating itself because I was that hungry, and I still ate breakfast. So that the heck, it sounded like a bell and train went off at the same time. But it was so good. And then we headed over to the no, we didn't. We went shopping for like a good hour. And we went to Forever 21, and I got a few things. I got a skirt, a shirt, and a sushi bag. So that's fun. And then we headed over to the Radio City Music Hall, and we went on the backstage tour, and it was pretty cool. I mean, you got to talk to a rocket, which me and Emily still don't believe was a rocket, but our tour guide looked like a rocket, and we were convinced that she was just going to, like, rip off her clothes and have a rocket costume underneath it. So, I don't know who they're trying to fool, but Radio City, like, the rocket person, Morgan, she had this whole monologue, you know, like, it was so obvious they gave her a monologue to memorize, and she's like, I've been a part of the Rockettes for... She, like, literally sat there and was, like, looking up at the ceiling trying to remember her script, and it was hilarious. I was trying so hard not to laugh, and being a part of, like, the theater, like, being part of theater and all that, it's funny because, like, you know, like, you literally, that's exactly how you feel if you have no idea what you're, like, talking about, and, like, that's just bad memorization skills, and, you know, Rockettes are dancers. They're not actresses, so, I mean... just no. But at the tour, you took a tour of, like, it was basically more on the architecture, not really on the rockets. Like, they were featured and you could take a picture with them, but I was like, you had to pay for it and it was kind of useless. And then after that, we went to Magnolia Bakery and I got a fresh red velvet cupcake, and that was amazing. And then we went to the top of the rock, and that was cold. By all means, it was snowing the whole trip, but it was still fun. And when we got to the top of the rock, it was not clear. It wasn't the best view, but it was still pretty clear. I was up there. I went to the top of the rock 2008, roughly, so I haven't been there in about good 6-7 years. You can see my math skills are really on par, but that was fun. I'll probably put the title screen as a picture from there, or the Radio City Music Hall, like the interior of it. So that happened, and I also missed rehearsal for the musical, but it was canceled. And then my director only called me, just my house, and that I found a little suspicious. And also, I sent in my bio for the cast bio for the program that they hand out for everyone for every show. And apparently the person who's doing the cast bios didn't get mine. So little Miss Bitchface, not going to mention her name, but she is so stuck up and has permanent bitch face, so I nicknamed her Bitchface. She decided she was going to write my bio for me, and she just so happened to put in a tagline to recommend herself. She goes, I would like to thank my director, and enter Bitchface's real name in there. And I was like, well, this is going to really show people how much of an ass and a douche she is. Like, really, to put that, she had I don't know why the director would put her to writing other people's bio, because she's a stuck-up bitch, like, flat out. Like, I'm not even gonna lie here. Like, no one can stand her, and she thinks she's the shit, but, reality check, it's not happening. And, yes, I am a little bitter from this, and I still am, because it really pisses me off, because I sent in my bio, and they still proceeded to basically ignore that, and made up their own for me, and I'm interested to see what they put in there, and I'm kind of a little bit happy about that, but really pissed off at the same time, because I want people to see how much of a bitch she is, and I'm hoping that Fern Marie, that's not her, but our not casting director, the person who's doing the programs, the program's designer person, I hope she takes out and realizes that she's just being obnoxious, and she takes out that line from like 5 people. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen, or I will have to cut a bitch outside. So other than that, this past week has been exciting to say the least, eventful, and yeah. Hashtag hair problems. But anyways, I think that is it for this recap of last week, of week 6. Hold on, I can't do it. Can't do it. 6. And I hope you guys had a wonderful week last week. And trying to think of a quote of the week. Oh God. Oh, also, Ellen Page came out, and I'm like, oh, thank Jesus. And she is hot, just saying, side note. She's like the awkward hot, but anyways, I don't know the quote right now. Trying to think of one, and it is not happening. Hold on. No, alright, I've got nothing. So, I will see you guys in this upcoming week's vlog, and I hope you guys have a great 7th week of 2014, and go check out Camp Takota, and also go check out my girlfriend Madison's channel. She posted her first ever video, and it was amazing, and it was her first time editing a video, and I like it, and I love it, and it's good, and you should check it out. So do that. I will link it in the bar below, and I will see your beautiful faces sometime this week, since I forgot to do one last week. Bye!